Hi, hi, Danny. Good morning.
Hi, Belle. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good to know. So, all right. We're gonna start with the class of today. Can you please help me to remember on to what part we stop?
No terminamos la lección de,
Yes,
¿qué
I
era?
remember.
De object adjective clauses.
Yes, it was about relative clauses, right? Yes. Now I remember. All right, so please give me a second. Okay. So yes, we start. Mm, to go to the class. All right, yes, I get it. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
Ya está.
All right, thank you. I guess we're stopping point number 4.
Sí, creo que sí.
Yes, the relative pronoun is the object. No, we stop in point number 5. Yes. Okay, so now we're
¿Verdad?
gonna, yes, I guess it was in this part, right?
Sí.
All right.
En lo de whom.
Yes, this is not difficult at all. And now we're gonna learn another relative pronoun, right? So let's listen to this audio.
We can use the relative pronoun who or that when the object of the adjective clause is a person.
There's someone who I have to go see.
Or
There's someone that I have to go see.
we can also use the relative pronoun whom when the object is a person, but this is very formal.
The soccer player whom the Federation is investigating is the very popular Nick Crawford.
All right, so as I told you, we have the use of that, and you can use it with whatever object that you're gonna have or you're gonna find. All right, so in this case, we're using who, the relative pronoun who. Remember that this is a connector that is gonna help us to connect the first clause with the second one, right? So we're using who. Oh, well, we are actually gonna use who or that to talk about people, right? Someone, I have that someone, the player whom, okay. That is more common and a bit more informal, right? So it's up to you which one you're gonna use, but that is the most, it's more common, right? And a bit more informal. But you can use both wherever you wish. In this example, there is someone, right? In this case, I'm not saying who, but I'm talking about a person because I used the indefinite pronoun someone. So my connector or my relative pronoun that it makes reference to it is who, right? Or in this case, that. And the adjective is I have to go see, right? And it provides us more information about someone. And the same happened to the next sentence. So we can also use the relative pronoun whom when the object is a person, but it's very formal. Again, it's the same, right? There is no difference at all. But yes, it's a little bit more formal than who and than that. Okay. Do you have any question, maybe?
No, Belle, nada.
All right, thank you. So let's continue with point number 6.
We use the relative pronoun that or which when the object is a thing.
My conversation wasn't the only one that she recorded.
Or
My conversation wasn't the only one which she recorded.
that is more common than which in informal conversation.
Okay, so when our object is gonna be a thing, right? We are gonna use which or that. So in this case, I'm trying to talk about the conversation, right? My conversation was the only one, or my conversation was, I'm sorry, my conversation wasn't the only one which. So I'm talking about a thing where it's not a thing at all, it's not a situation, right? For those, we're gonna use which. She recorded and I'm giving more information about the conversation, right? And this is a connector, and that's all. Remember that that is like, you can use with all of them, but it's a little bit more common in spoken English, right? And informal English though. But if you want to sound more formal, you have the option to use which, okay?
Súper.
All right, so let's continue.
Relative pronouns don't change forms. They're the same for singular and plural objects. They're also the same for male and female objects. That's the man who I saw.
Those are the women who I saw.
All right, so something that is important to know is that the relative pronouns don't change forms, right? They are the same for singular and plural objects. In this case, we have men and we have women. The first one is in singular, the second one is in plural, because I'm talking about a group of people, right? A group of girls in this case. But they're not gonna, it's not important for us because we're gonna continue with our time tense, okay? That's the man who I saw, right? Who is referring to a third person, singular, and male, right? In this case, who is referring to a plural, a group of girls, right? And it's female. So as you can see, there is no any change, right? It's not like, it is not like if I'm gonna talk about females, I'm gonna use another kind of relative pronoun. Or if it's in plural, another relative pronoun. No, it is like that. I'm not gonna use another one. And that's a rule, okay? It doesn't matter if I'm talking about a singular, plural, or maybe females or males, right? It doesn't matter, right? Because the relative pronoun, it is gonna work as it should, okay?
Súper.
All right, we have another pronouns, right? And for example, we have the use of, okay, give me a second, I'm gonna write in this part. Okay, so we have the use of when. We can refer to a time, okay? For example, summer is the season when I'm happiest. Okay, so let's see what is going. Okay, I'm using this as a relative pronoun, and I'm using to refer to a time, in this case to a season, right? Summer is a season when I'm happiest. Okay, we have the use of where. For example, that is the stadium where, oh yes, Real Madrid play. So in this case, I'm referring to the stadium. It is a place. Okay, so again, the function it's the same, right? The relative pronoun means it is making a reference to the place, and the first one to a time, and we have the last one, and it refers to well, it is whose, right? Whose is it refers to the person that something belongs to. For example, if I'm gonna say he is a musician, something that is important, but it's not part of the lesson. When I'm gonna talk about jobs or what do you do for a living or something like that, in Spanish we omit the article, right? He's a student. He is a student. It is incorrect in English, right? I always have to use the article. He's a student, he's a dentist, he's a professor, he's a teacher, he's a musician, always with a, okay?
Mhm.
So he's a musician whose albums, whose albums have sold millions. So in this case, we're talking about a possession, right, of something. So I'm using whose, and it refers to the musician, right? So whose refers to a person that something belongs to. So the album, right, belongs to the musician. Okay, but again, what I'm trying to explain is the use of this relative pronoun whose, right? Is like to own, right? That could be the meaning of for it. Entonces tenemos estos relative pronouns para indicar el primero, que es el tiempo, el segundo el lugar y el tercero a quién. Su traducción es a quién en realidad. Pero es depende del contexto, porque no siempre se va a traducir tal cual, por eso en inglés evitamos traducir, pero es solo para que te hagas una idea. Entonces, utilizamos el whose cuando hace referencia a la persona que algo, para decir que algo le pertenece a alguna persona. ¿Ok?
Súper.
All right, so that will be everything. I don't know if you have any question, maybe?
No, Bel, nada.
All right, so something that I guess it's not in the, but it's in the first part because it's not in the in points. Yes, I guess no. Ok, acá vamos a encontrar que está entre paréntesis el relative pronoun, porque en realidad se puede omitir. So when omitting the relative pronoun, sometimes we can leave out the relative pronoun, right? For example, we can use, we can usually leave out who, which, that, or if it is followed by a subject. Okay, so the assistant, if I'm gonna say the assistant in that we met was really kind. Okay, so in this case, we have an object. The object, well, the pronoun, sorry, well, the subject is we, right? So in this case, we have, so we can omit the use of the relative pronoun, right? We can't usually leave it out if it is followed by a verb. Cuando a veces está seguido de un verbo, no podemos omitirlo. Ok, por eso te decía, a veces se puede y a veces no. So, the assistant that helped us was really kind. Ok, en este caso, si te puedes dar cuenta, no tenemos un sujeto. Porque esto en realidad, si bien es el sujeto, pero no es parte del relative clause. Y eso es a lo que me voy, tiene que estar en el relative clause, right? Entonces, acá yo no podría omitir porque no tenemos algún sujeto. En este caso es seguido de un verbo. The assistant that helped us. Y si vamos a omitir, the assistant helped us was really kind. Estoy dando información, pero no estoy especificando que ha sido o que está haciendo referencia al asistente, right? Entonces, Solo por esos casos hay que fijarnos si es que tenemos, acá por ejemplo tenemos sujetos, ¿ok? I, we, and we again. Pero si no tuviéramos, necesariamente tenemos que poner el that o el which, el who, lo que pudiera corresponder dependiendo del objeto del que vayamos a hablar y dar la información. All right?
Súper.
All right. So, do you have any question maybe?
No, Bel. Nada.
All right. Thank you. It was great. So, now we're gonna practice. So once you can see my screen, please let me know. Okay. There you have it.
Ya está.
Can you please read it?
Complete the interview, click on the box and choose the correct answer. I'm standing here with someone. Who all of you know. Nick Crawford was accused of accepting a bribe to sit at the game. Nick, your name has just been cleared. Tell our viewers, how do you feel? Great. Even though I was innocent, it was something that I just couldn't prove. Until now, you mean you found proof that your teammate Dean Bishop was framing you. What can you tell us about Bishop? Well, Dean is someone that I used to like and trust. It's a real shock. What will you do now that you have proven you're innocent? Play soccer again. The quality match is coming up. The qualifying match. The game, no relative pronoun. Your last team lost last year. That's right. And it's the game that we have to win in order to go on to play in the finals. Well, we certainly wish you luck. Thank you. And this is Talia Santos reporting live for Newsline. Now back to you, John.
All right, so let's see how it's everything. Okay, everything was great. You've got 7 out of 7. Do you have any question maybe?
No, well.
All right, that's good to know. So let's continue with the next part of the exercise. I guess it's all right. So give me a second, please. It is going. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen again. You can see it, let me know.
Ya está.
All right. So you have to read the 2 sentences, right? The first one and the second one. You have to combine them into one sentence using an object adjective clause. Type into the blank. All right. So let's go.
Jackie gave Talia and Nick all the information that they needed. Have you seen the interview that Newsline aired last night? Mm, the game that I want to watch is next week.
Oh, okay.
O I
I
podría
want-
ser which.
Yes, yes, for sure. Or you want to replace it by which?
Puede ser. Ujú.
Which I want to watch. Which I want to watch is next week.
Nick is the player who everyone likes.
Nick is a player or one wants Nick the best. Nick the best. Okay, I'm not sure if we have to add this one the best.
Ay, ¿verdad? Who everyone likes the best.
The best?
Ujú. Talia hopes to get the promotion that she always wanted. Amy has co-workers who she likes a lot.
Okay, so let's see how is everything. Okay, you only failing one. We use that or which or no relative pronoun when the object of the relative is a thing. But if we write that,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna ask for this one. I don't know what happened. Yesterday happened the same with my other student. Okay, that she, yes, if it's okay,
Mhm.
but this one it, what? That she, okay, we have a, well, we're gonna say like that because it was correct. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. A veces cuando
Ah,
ponemos,
creo que no hemos, ¿sabes? Bel, creo que no hemos puesto has.
¿verdad? Hemos
Solo hemos
escrito
puesto
that
that she always
always
wanted.
wanted. Nosotros culpando person.
Sí, sí, sí. ¿No
Ok,
ven?
tienes entonces estas opciones. That she has always wanted, que esa era la correcta. Habíamos omitido el has. También podemos hablar con which. She has always, también podríamos omitirlo, utilizar contracción. O directamente contracción en el sujeto. Alright? Entonces tienes hartas opciones, pero entre esas está utilizar contracción, omitir el relative pronoun o hacerlo un poquito más formal. Alright?
Súper.
Alright, thank you. So, okay, that will be everything. And now we're gonna continue with the next lesson that we have. Okay. And all right. So the second lesson that we're gonna look for is about passive models. Okay. Let's learn more about it. If we're not gonna finish, we're gonna continue the next class. But I guess yes, we're gonna finish. So let's start. Let's play this out.
Hi, TV news is amazing. The latest news can be seen by people everywhere at the same time. So by now, Nick's story must be known all over the place. Can be seen and must be known are passive modals. We're going to learn more about them today.
Okay, the latest news can be seen. This story must be known. So let's learn more. We have the active and the passive voice. Okay. So let's learn what is the difference.
Verbs can have either an active or a passive form. We use the active form of a verb when we want to focus on the agent, the doer of the action.
Talia's going to interview Nick later in the day.
The example focuses on Talia, the one who may interview Nick. We use the passive form of the verb when we want to focus on the receiver of the action.
Nick is going to be interviewed by Talia later in the day.
The example focuses on Nick.
All right, so we're gonna talk about passive modals, right? Okay, the verb can have either an active or passive voice. We know that in our active voice, we focus on the doer, right? In this case, the person that is gonna realize the action. In this case, we have Talia. We focus on Talia, that is gonna make the interview, is gonna do the interview, right? That's the active voice when we focus on the doer, right? On the subject. That's the principal, or the main character in the active voice. Okay, in the active we focus on the doer. But how about the passive? The passive, right? I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna focus on the receiver of an action. Okay. In this case, Nick is, as you can see, this is the subject, right? This is the action, right? This is the whole action, but I'm not focusing on Nick, right? That is the person who is gonna do the action. I'm focusing on Talia, who is the person that is gonna receive the action, right? So that's the passive voice. When I'm gonna focus on the receiver of an action. Ok, entonces, si la voz activa, en la voz activa me enfoco en quién realiza la acción, es decir, el sujeto. En la voz pasiva es que me voy a enfocar en quién recibe la acción. Ok, entonces Nick is going to be interviewed by Talia, right? En este caso, a quien estoy prestando atención. Perdón, no. No, me estoy equivocando. A quien me estoy enfocando es a Nick, en Nick, right? Que Nick en realidad va a ser entrevistado, ¿ok? ¿Por quién? Por Talia. Pero me estoy enfocando en quién va a recibir, o sea, le estoy dando toda la importancia y el peso está recayendo en esta persona. Que no es lo mismo que yo diga, Talia is going to interview Nick, a que yo diga, Nick is going to be interviewed by Talia. Talia va a entrevistar a Nick y Nick va a ser entrevistado por Talia. Esa es la diferencia. ¿Ok? Entonces, independientemente del orden, que lo que en realidad nos va a ayudar a convertir de voz activa a voz pasiva es la estructura. ¿Ok? Entonces, una vez más, en la voz activa nos enfocamos en quien hace la acción y en la voz pasiva en quien recibe la acción. ¿Ok?
Super.
All right, so let's listen the second audio.
All verb forms, present, past, present and past continuous, present and past perfect, etc., can be used in the passive. We can also use modals in the passive. To form a passive modal, we use a modal plus be plus the past participle.
The recording can be edited.
Okay, so this is the structure, right? La estructura es súper fácil. Lo único que se necesita, por supuesto, que es el sujeto, ¿ok? Luego se utiliza el modal. Tenemos una infinidad de modales. May, might, can, could, must, should, have to, need to, oughta, be supposed to, be able to. Entonces tienes la opción de ver qué modal vas a utilizar acorde a lo que vayas a decir. Seguido de esto vamos a utilizar el verbo, que esto no se puede cambiar, esto se queda tal cual, no porque esté hablando en tercera persona voy a modificarlo o voy a cambiarlo por otro verbo, no, eso se queda tal cual. Esto ya se puede modificar, el sujeto también se puede modificar. Y por última parte vamos a utilizar el verbo en participio. right? En el past participle. En este caso tenemos edited. So the recording can be edited. Entonces me estoy enfocando en quien está recibiendo la acción que va a ser editado, la grabación. Y todo puedes utilizar cualquier forma verbal. Puedes utilizar el presente, el pasado, el perfecto, el presente, pasado continuo, presente, pasado perfecto. Tenemos muchos tiempos verbales y lo puedes utilizar acorde a lo que vayas a querer poner en tu contexto. O sea que puedes conjugarlo como tú quieras, en otras palabras. Siempre y cuando se siga la estructura. ¿Ok? So is there any question maybe?
No, well,
All right, thank you. Let's continue with point number 3.
We use can with the passive to talk about present or future ability.
The World Cup matches can be seen all over the world.
We use could with the passive to talk about past ability.
Nick's innocence couldn't be proven without Talia's help.
Ok, para esto ya debemos de saber el uso de cada modal. Ya hemos terminado casi de ver todos los modales. Así que podríamos omitir esta parte. Pero a lo que me quiero enfocar realmente es a la situación y a la estructura. Primero que nada, vamos a ver que igual seguimos la estructura que es el modal, el verbo be y el siguiente verbo en participio. Y lo mismo sucede en el segundo ejemplo, que ese es negativa, el modal en negativa, ¿por qué no? El verbo be y el verbo en participio, prove, proven, ¿ok? Utilizamos el can para hablar acerca de presente, de alguna habilidad en presente o en futuro. El could para alguna habilidad en el pasado. Entonces, vamos a ver cómo está trabajando aquí la voz pasiva. The word cup matches can be seen all over the world. Ok, en este caso me pregunto quién es o qué va a ser visto por todo el mundo. The word cup. Ok, the word cup. Me estoy enfocando en quién va a recibir la acción. Y me pregunto, ¿quién, en este caso es el verbo ver, quién va a ver the word cup all over the world? ¿Ok? Esa es la pregunta que me tengo que hacer dependiendo del verbo que yo vaya a tener. Entonces, vamos a ver el segundo ejemplo. Nick's innocence couldn't be proven without Talia's help. ¿Qué no ha podido ser probado? La inocencia de Nick. ¿Ok? Y esto ya es algo complementario, digamos. ¿Ok? Entonces, te preguntas, y en cada pregunta, o cómo tienes que formular la pregunta dependiendo del verbo en participio. Eso es lo que nos enfocamos. El verbo en participio nos va a ayudar a determinar. Porque hay algunos ejercicios que nos van a decir que, por ejemplo, vayamos a distinguir cuál es la voz pasiva y la voz activa. Entonces, haciéndote esa simple pregunta, utilizando tu verbo en participio, vas a poder identificar si es voz pasiva o voz activa. Aparte de eso, por la estructura ya ese rato te das cuenta que es la voz pasiva. ¿Ok?
super.
All right. Do you have any question maybe?
No, well,
All right. Thank you. Let's continue with point number 4.
We use could, may, might, and can't with the passive to talk about future possibility or impossibility.
Dean might be sent to jail for framing Nick.
This means that it isn't necessary for Nick to speak to Talia. He has another choice.
Ok. Ya sabemos nuevamente el uso de los modales, cuando utilizar could, may, and might. Y aparte de eso, podemos utilizar el can't or couldn't para hablar acerca de imposibilidades. Entonces, could, may, might para futuras posibilidades o probabilidades, y el can't or couldn't para imposibilidades, que algo no ha podido pasar. Entonces, vamos a ver los ejemplos. Dean might be sent to jail for framing Nick. Me pregunto, aquí estoy utilizando modal, ¿ok? Se sigue la misma estructura, es el modal, pero creo que ese es solo de los modales, no estoy segura. Así solo con los modales. Entonces, ok, en este caso, la acción está recayendo sobre Dean, ¿ok? Dean might be sent to jail for framing Nick. ¿Quién puede ser enviado a la cárcel? Dean. The interview may be scheduled for later today. Today, ¿qué puede ser, ¿cómo se dice? Schedule como...
¿Reprogramada?
Exactamente, gracias, como reprogramada entrevista, ¿ok?
Ujú.
Entonces, te vas a dar cuenta que es voz pasiva o vas a poder identificar preguntándote y la pregunta, el verbo de la pregunta está en participio, eso siempre, siempre sucede. Entonces, podemos utilizar con hartísimos modales. La clave de todo esto es saber qué tipo de modales vas a utilizar para qué situación. ¿Ok? Entonces, eso es como un review porque en realidad ya sabemos los modales. Lo que sí estamos aprendiendo es la conjugación en el pasivo. Básicamente es la misma estructura. Es el modal, el verbo be con el verbo en participio. ¿Ok?
Súper.
All right. También tenemos, no estoy segura, pero creo que acá no tenemos acá, porque es que esto es solo de los modales. Tenemos en presente simple, en presente continuo, pasado simple, pasado continuo. Ahorita te voy a mostrar unos cuantos ejemplos, pero no va a entrar todavía en el examen, en la lección. Va a ir más adelante, pero solo para que puedas tener un poquito más de idea. So we're going to continue with point number 5.
We use should, ought to, and had better with the passive to talk about advice.
The soccer federation ought to be told right away about Nick's innocence.
Okay, so we're going to continue with these 3 models. Vamos a hablar ahora de los 3 modales que utilizamos para hablar o para hablar acerca de algún advice, right? De algún consejo. Entonces vamos a ver este ejemplo. The Soccer Federation ought to be told right away about Nick's innocence. So now the receiver of the action is the Soccer Federation, right? This is working on this. The Soccer Federation ought to or should be told, why not, right? Or maybe had better be told, okay? Entonces tienes la opción de cambiar por cualquiera de esos 3 modales, siempre y cuando impliquen advice, si es que quieres, si eso es lo que quieres dar a entender. Entonces no habría problema si, por ejemplo, reemplazas el ought to por el had better o el had better por el should, ¿ok? Porque igual, o sea, los 3 son para consejos, no hay ningún problema. Para hablar acerca de consejos están los 3. Porque no hay mucha diferencia, a diferencia, digamos, del may y el might, que sí hay una pequeña diferencia. En estos no es mucha diferencia. De hecho, pasa desapercibido cuál de los 3 vas a utilizar, así que no hay problema. No te tienes que estar acordando, ay, creo que el have era para esto y el ought para esto. No, puedes utilizar cualquiera de los 3. Lo que es más común es el should, right? Porque el ought en castellano significa lo mismo que el should, no, en traducción no hay diferencia. ¿Ok? Pero seguimos la misma estructura. Pese a que son de 2 partes, seguimos la misma estructura. Ought to be told, had better be told, ¿ok? Seguimos la misma estructura del modal, el be y el participio. All right?
Súper.
Ok, entonces para finalizar vamos a ver el have to y el must.
We use have to and must with the passive to talk about necessity.
The recording had to be edited.
Ok, entonces sabemos que utilizamos el have to y el must. El must es como alguna obligación que tú sientes que deberías tener sobre algo. A diferencia del have to, que en realidad en cuanto a significado es lo mismo, en traducción es lo mismo. Pero el must es como lo que tú piensas que deberías hacer. I must not smoke here, right? Es algo que yo pienso que no debería hacer. Pero si utilizamos el have to, que en cuál es de necesidad, esto se va más, es más acertado cuando vamos a hablar acerca de reglas y demás de que alguna institución pueda tener. O sea, son reglas en generales, no que yo misma me las pueda implantar. ¿Ok? Esa es la diferencia entre el have to y el must. Entonces, the recording had to be edited. Entonces, cuando yo utilizo had to, estoy haciendo referencia a que tal vez en mi trabajo me están pidiendo algo. ¿Ok? Entonces, es una necesidad que en mi trabajo me están pidiendo. Entonces, si yo utilizaría el must, sería como que algo que yo me estoy imponiendo a hacer, que debería hacer. No, no me obligan en mi trabajo, pero siento que yo debería hacer para poder desarrollar mejor la investigación a futuro, por ejemplo. ¿Ok? Entonces esa es la diferencia entre el uso del have to y el must to, pese a que ambos significan necesidad. ¿Ok?
Súper.
All right. So, do you have any question, Ivy?
Well.
All right, so let's practice a little bit. Vamos a practicar con unos ejercicios súper cortitos ahorita. Si yo voy a decir, vamos a dejar de lado el sujeto, porque nos vamos a perder más con el sujeto. Pero quiero ver qué tal está, cómo podríamos cambiar. Ok, ese es un modal de can. ¿Qué implica el can? ¿De acuerdo?
Poder.
Exacto. So how can I change it into the passive voice?
Can be or could be.
Can be.
Mm-hmm.
What else? There's missing one verb.
Ah.
Adopted. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Sí, sí, sí.
To teach.
Could be taught.
To be taught. How about made dress?
Maybe dress.
Parece el mes. Made really
Dress.
dress.
Must be read. Might be understood. Should be told.
Y eso es todo, ¿ok? So, eso sería todo cuando vamos a cambiar de la voz activa a la voz pasiva. Entonces, eso sería todo en cuanto a los modales, pero a ver, ahora vamos a poner un poquito más de contexto. Son oraciones sencillas, pero ya vienen con I can do it. Okay. How would you change it into the passive voice?
It can be done by me.
Ok, el uso del by es solo cuando es información relevante.
Ay,
Entonces, en
verdad.
este caso no es relevante, entonces lo omitimos. It can be done.
Mm-hmm. It could be done.
Exactamente. It could be done. Ok, entonces eso sería todo en cuanto a pasar de la voz activa a la voz pasiva. Ya creo que no hemos visto antes, pero también tenemos en tiempos verbales, por ejemplo, si es en presente simple, he receives a letter every day. Every day a letter is received by him, for example, ¿ok?
Mm-hmm.
Entonces, cambiando dependiendo de la estructura, pero no es parte de la lección, sin embargo lo vamos a ver más adelante. Eso es solo de los modales, ¿ok?
Super.
So, okay, let's practice. Do you have any question maybe?
Oh, well,
All right, that's good to know. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
ya está.
All right. Can you please read it?
Complete the sentences, choose the correct answer. Talia did a great job. She has to be promoted now. My confession will be seen all over the country. I'll be a star. Talia might be interview me after practice today. We have to keep the game honest. Dean shouldn't be allowed to play professional sports again. Dean had better be found. A good lawyer. Nick might be voted most valuable player this year. We called Dean Bishop, but he shouldn't be located for his comments on this story. Nick's fans must be told the truth. That's my job.
All right, thank you. Let's see how we solve everything. Okay. You fail into number 3, okay. Maybe interview is a passive form, Talia is the agent of the action. Okay, let's see what was the correct answer. Okay. Okay, so it was about number 3, and the correct option is my interview, because we're not focusing on the receiver, right? We're focusing on the doer. So it was an active voice. Talia might interview me, right? I'm gonna receive the action. Okay, so we are focused on the doer. All right.
Super.
Okay. And the last one was number 5. Didn't have better find. You chose be found, right? But it's fine because this is an active voice. Nuevamente estamos hablando de la voz activa, no de la voz pasiva. Entonces nos estamos enfocando en el que hace la acción, en este caso es Dean. Entonces tendría que ser solamente fine. ¿Ok?
Ya.
Continue, David?
Sí.
All right, that's good to know. So we're gonna finish with our last practice. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen with you. You are gonna complete this paragraph. Okay. So you may start, please, once you can see it.
Yeah, J.K. Bishop's amazing recorded confession is both good and bad news for soccer fans. By now, most of you must be known.
¿Nos estamos enfocando en el que va a recibir o en el que hace? Most of you,
En el
la mayoría
que
de ustedes deben ser sabidos o deben
más
saber.
deben saber.
Exacto, must know. Okay.
Yeah. That Miss Bishop admitted helping her brother Dean make the phony file. She ought to be
Should be
congratulated.
to read it.
For her courage.
Yes, for her courage.
That's the good news. The bad news is that Dean Bishop is Crawford's teammate. It's a sad day for the sport when a teammate
Nos enfocamos en quién hace aquí o en quién recibe. It's a sad day for the sport when a teammate
can be trusted.
Thank you. Can't be trusted.
Dean Bishop can't allow. A ver. To play professional soccer game. Sí, está bien.
Jim Bishop can allow, you told me, right? Estamos enfocándonos en quien recibe la acción.
Can be
Right.
allowed.
Yes, can't be allowed. No puede ser, no, o no va a ser permitido. Dean Bishop no va a poder ser permitido
To play
para
professional
jugar
soccer game.
professional soccer.
That's 13. But an important lesson can be learned from
Yes.
his story.
Can be learned
From
his
his story. Competition between two players on the same team. Must be limited. Of course, there's nothing wrong with healthy rivalries. Fans enjoy them. An athlete's progress can be measured in competition with a rival. A player may use
Thank you.
a rivalry to push himself or herself to higher levels of performance. But competition have to be kept.
We're focusing on the doer, but competition have
Ay, ¿verdad?
to keep. Tiene que mantener, la competencia tiene que mantener.
In its proper place.
The competition has to, tiene que ser mantenida in its proper place. No, sí, está bien. Has to be, or to be kept. Sí, está bien porque tenemos este contexto, entonces tiene que ser que nos enfoquemos en quién recibe.
Players have to respect each other, the rules of the game and the law.
Each other, the rules of the law. All right, so let's see how is everything. Okay, everything was great, but it was a little difficult for you, all right? Yes, I could imagine. Sometimes it gets difficult to see if it's an active or passive voice. But I'm gonna send, yes, now I'm gonna send you some of the models, right? So until tonight. So I'm gonna send you the PDF, okay? So then you're gonna be able to practice. All right?
Super.
All right, thank you, Dani. So I'm gonna launch the pool. Dani, ¿puedes mañana a las 9 de la mañana también?
Sí, ajá.
Okay,
Puedo
so
todos
I'm
los
gonna.
días.
Okay, entonces esta semana pasaremos a las 9 de la mañana, por favor.
Sí, claro, Bel.
All right. So I'm
Súper,
gonna see you tomorrow, right?
súper, Bel, gracias. Nos
All
vemos
right,
mañana.
have a great day.
You
See
too.
you.
Bye.
Bye.